So moved to hire.
Second.
Tim?
Yes.
Roger.
Yes.
Page 92, release of funds, JFS for expenditures.
Move.
Second.
Roger?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Page 93, the QEP program for the solar.
We'll
Do we
hold
wanna
that till
on?
this afternoon when they come in.
Yeah.
Okay, page 94, indigent attorney fees.
So moved.
Second.
Roger?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Page 95, FCFC is hiring a Rafe Snyder.
Move.
Second.
Tim?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes.
Undersigned, we have an agreement to sign for the sale of the bed licensure for the bid for $390,000 with Fancrest.
Move.
Second.
Tim?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes.
We also have the option agreement for the sale of real property for $150,000 for Fancrest.
So moved.
Second.
Roger?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
I have a note, we passed the donation program last week. I'm supposed to advertise for the donation of those dry goods to nonprofits. Sharon called yesterday, there are some expired goods already, so she is going to go back through and let us know exactly what she has. There seemed to have been some confusion potentially on 2023, 2024, 2025 while sorting, so she's going to sort
Okay.
again
Okay.
and make sure we're not giving away expired goods.
Yep.
So she asked that we not advertise until she knows exactly how much.
Okay. Keep a list of expired.
Yeah.
Dispose of it, keep track of what we dispose.
Did Richard stick around or did he,
I'll radio him and see if he wants to come up here.
While we do that, is it okay if we get a picture for the Kent Times?
Sure.
Alright. So,
What action photo?
alright.
get the page to sign here?
Ah.
There we go.
He's on his way.
Okay.
So Tim, give me a little smile. Oh, hang on.
There we go.
Put me over here.
That could also work. Alright, thank the both of you.
Yep.
Richard's on his way in.
Okay. Welcome back, Richard.
Good morning again.
for us today?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're ready.
Well, for-
A couple things I'm trying to make it quick. You signed off on the life works road, get that taken care of, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We just signed that resolution this morning, Richard.
Good, thank you. Sons of the Union Veterans,
Yes,
have a file cabinet over here
yes.
in Beth Hall, a
Mhm.
2-drawer. They wanna make it a 4-drawer. Or actually, they wanna put another 2-drawer on top of the other one. Do you care if we get them a 4-drawer, put it in there?
Yeah, nice looking 4-drawer, yeah, that would be better.
I just wanna make sure we were able to put something else in there.
Yeah.
So, okay. Wanted to run that past you guys first, so. I haven't seen anybody outside yet, and every time I look out there, I can't see nobody around. But they do have the granite curb protected.
Oh, good.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Okay. So. With the recent water situation here, last week or whatever it was, we have water here, stored here, for that purpose or whatever,
Mhm.
but we could never put in place over at the annex to put any. Because their back stairways or whatever, any place like that was always full. Now their back stairways are kind of empty, to where if I need to, I can find another drum and get a drum carrier or a drum cradle and put one over there, so if it ever happens again, they have water over there. And we don't have to carry it over there to them. Does that sound like a decent idea?
And if you got a place that's out of the way that you can store it.
The drum I can get, no problem, I just have to buy a cradle to put it on, so tip it over and let it come out, so. That would make some people on child support a lot happier, so
I'm okay with
if you don't have a problem with that, I just go buy the cradle and that'll go to the annex. Quick thing with, jumping over a couple other things, quick thing with Bible real quick. I'm not really, Bible's not really selling me so far on their services, with what they've done so far this year, since the contract is, since they've taken contracts. Like preventive maintenance has not been completed yet, it's almost really close, but it hasn't been completed for the spring early part of the year. And, I found out in the whole time that he's been doing this, the guy that was doing it, he wasn't, how can I say, he only did part of it. He never changed filters on anything, and he never cleaned coils on anything. So I'm on them to get that taken care of and get it done, and they know that it's in the contract to be taken care of. So I don't like the idea, so I haven't come back and,
it. Is there a buy date? They have to
No.
complete service by,
no.
we need to put that in there then for next.
So, I understand how services go sometimes. You can't do a lot of spring service until it's decent enough for the weather, to run the unit and stuff like that. Of course, it's been decent enough now for quite a while.
Yeah.
Been
But-
7 months.
Yeah, so, just saying that this is where we're at with them. Trying to keep you up to date with what's going on with them guys, what they're doing. I don't like the idea that things have not been, the filter damage and change and somebody's gonna come back and do all this stuff. I don't like that whatsoever.
Yeah, yeah, they should do it.
We've all done at the same time, and, just one thing, and it's said on that paperwork that we give out to them that this stuff needs to be done, and they've agreed to it, and they know that, so. Part of the other thing is that the annex rooftop, it's supposed to have a quarterly PM, when you look at it every 3 months. And that includes filters every 3 months, because it moves a lot of air. And as far as the contract goes so far, we are in the second part of we're in the second quarter.
For the second half of the year.
Well, they got the contract in April, so
Oh,
we
okay.
gotta start there. So April, May, June, so now that's first quarter. and they never did anything to it, and so far in July, they haven't done anything to it as far as
Right.
filters or anything like that, so I'm just trying, keeping you aware that what I'm dealing with, I keep up
And
with
they
it.
already owe us a set of filters.
Yeah, something like that. Keeping you on track there, museum, porch, last time I talked to the people, I gave them that, like kind of ultimatum or whatever, I said, if you guys aren't gonna do it, we're gonna find somebody else. And she said, well, we can't guarantee you that we're gonna do it, but if you need to find somebody else in the meantime, go ahead, so. And that was probably,
Go ahead.
that was
Yeah.
probably a month ago, so.
Yeah, let's start the process trying to find somebody else.
We should probably notify them that we're moving on.
I mean, we had that other bid, but it was a lot more expensive one.
Yeah, we need to go back
Yeah,
out.
I'd say we go out for bid again,
Okay.
or look for somebody.
Request for
Right.
quotes.
Only leave me with one other thing.
It's gonna cost us money, isn't it?
No. Not that much, I don't think, compared to in the grand scheme of things. So the basement hallway,
Oh, okay.
with everything that I went through, talked with everybody, here's where we're at, you know, Pioneer drywall, $59.75. That's, put it up, and supply it, put it up and finish it for $59.75. And we're talking anywhere in the basement that has the wood paneling now. So even when we come on around to come up the stairs, that's including that part also. So, the flooring will be the big thing. Doug estimation is $13,873. And that'll be the new flooring, kinda like what we said, I have a piece of downstairs, that's out the north annex. The only difference with it'll be a glue down flooring instead of, floating. That's gonna take some time to work around, you know, that'll be the biggest mess, let's say, or the biggest issue for working around is gonna be the floor, but I think we could do it, no problem.
Can they do it in an evening or weekend?
It's possible, we'll have to talk about it, so. Doors, you know, I've looked around all over the place, you know, root lumber, the really expensive one doors, seems how, yeah, interior doors, since they only really deal with certain door manufacturers anymore. And to me, really, I found the cheapest doors I get with regard to this price here, $58.93, is basically going someplace like Menards or Home Depot and get doors like that.
And which doors are you replacing?
You could do less, you could do more, like my office and the room beside me. Tracy's will stay the same, prosecutor stay the same, board of elections stay the same, and everything else, the, conference room, the two doors down the end of the hallway, and then the other three if I need to. The other two storage rooms and the elevator room. So, most of them will be just plain steel door, and it will be a kind of an exterior door, because that's what everybody seems to want to sell. I mean, you can't find any, and these will be with the, I think with the breakdown frames. The steel, they're pre-hung, but or they're not pre-hung, but the jam that goes with them is kind of breakdown where you put it together. I've done that before here. Size of the jams, you know, with these walls downstairs with what we already got and we're already gonna do, we're not gonna find a jam that's gonna meet that distance or that space. It's gonna be, you know, by the time we've got a 2x4 wall there now, and we've got, you know, half an inch, 3/4 inch of plywood on each side now, and then we're gonna add another half inch drywall on top of that. Trying to find something that's gonna be that right size for that jam is not gonna fly too low. But I have confidence we can make it look good. We can make it look like it's supposed to be there. So. Ceiling tile, another $60 $1,600 for the total of $27,341. Additional paint, expenses in painting or guardian armory, and we'll be able to take something down all the way ourselves, get it ready for the drywall, but I'll have to call in guardian armory to disable alarms and stuff like that, so we can work around and stuff like that. We're basically a total of almost $30,000, $29,841. So that's my push for it. I think it's a really good when it's done. I think it'll be a good replacement. So I think it'll be definitely more professional, more up to date. So
That's all steel doors.
You have, trim for the floor?
that comes with the
Okay. Well, let's wait, we'll let, Fred get back next week, get his 2 cents worth on it.
Are you guys okay, or anything else needs to be to work on at that time, or check into before the time?
I can't think of anything other than you're pricing out the cheapest doors. Do they look like they're the cheapest doors?
I don't think so.
Because if
They're not.
we're gonna dress up the hallway and then you put a
Yeah.
cheap bedroom door.
No, it's not. It's a steel door. It'd be like one on your. It'd be like one going up in your well. I say, I know it's even. It'll be one on a garage door, like a restaurant possibly.
Okay, just no glass in it.
No, a couple of them will have glass. Mine will have glass. I think the conference room has glass. The rest of them will be plain flat. And it'll be steel. And the jambs are steel. So
Okay.
it just come in 3 pieces. The jambs just come in 3 pieces. You have 2 side rails on the top, and they just kind of stick together. And
How about latches and locks? Can we use what we already have, or do we need,
we can go to
they're newer key locks, right? I mean, not keypad.
oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I meant to
Huh?
say. Keypad.
Most of them are, yeah. One will come.
Okay. As long as they look good with the new door, I
Yeah.
mean, everything's gonna look good.
I don't know why you didn't do that on conference room.
I don't know.
So, quick question from the Times. So this pricing for the project is just a proposal. It hasn't been. It needs to be looked over more. Right.
Right.
Okay.
These are estimates that I have received from different companies.
Yeah, we're running like Fred when he gets back.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything?
That was my big question.
I have a question. Has the length of the grass gone down? You sure?
She hasn't told me anything.
Well, yeah, it looks a little short, especially for the hot weather.
I shall ask.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, they're up at, North Annex SKS now, getting more shelves. I believe that half a room that we were gonna put Mike and Treasure into, I don't think is gonna work for both of them.
Gonna be two.
One of them's gonna have too many records. But it'll be Mike or Treasure office. I'm not sure who's gonna get, but I think one of them's gonna have too many, so.
Well, one of them fit in that, kind of that conference room that's in between the 2 big rooms.
Well, that's what we're gonna go for. That's what they're doing now, is getting shelves put in that smaller, in that room there.
Okay.
So, I think we'll probably leave Mike in the big half room, and we'll put the Treasure in that. smaller conference room. or
Okay.
whatever, so. And the records that's up there in the big room now need to be destroyed. Katie's starting to work on that. She's got her okay for what can be destroyed, so, she's got an okay from Brad to get a shredding company in and
Okay.
take care of those. Now she's working with domestic relations, because theirs is the bigger stack there,
Okay.
so that they can actually go together and get this company to,
Yeah, if you're gonna have.
Shred everything all at one time, so.
Yep.
once they get all that figured out together, sorted out together, they'll probably get them out and get shredded, so.
Good. Those have all been through the record retention and disposal.
From what I've been told, yes. I trust prosecutors more than I trust domestic relations,
Okay.
so. That's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you, Richard.
Then we're gonna head down there shortly after.
As soon as we're done with the sheriff, we'll give you a call and let you know.
Yep, I'm gonna walk out there and see if I can see them, but I haven't seen them out there yet. Every time I walk out there, there's nobody to be found. They're having a meeting somewhere on,
Well,
they're on. I don't know what the purpose is of being out here right now, if they're digging down our lines, or if they're trying to find the one that comes across, or what, I don't know,
yeah.
so. We'll find out.
Yep.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Yep. Thank you, Richard.
Yep.
You got a skeleton crew today, huh?
Yeah.
Morning, how are you?
How you doing today?
Young lady, how are you?
Morning.
Mr. Stricker?
How are you?
Mr. Crow?
Yeah.
Well, it's,
I
it's
can't
the
drive
young,
anywhere, man.
it's the young guys you expect to do that kind of stuff.
I know, it's just stuff that you straighten my driving route, so.
What are you gonna do?
We said the young guys.
Yeah. I caught that. I didn't know whether you
I
did.
caught it.
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry.
No, you're fine.
No, she really felt bad about it when she figured out that she was pulled out in front of the sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, it happens. I told her, I said, hey, you're okay, I'm okay. Cars can be replaced. But I'll tell you what, my truck, I'm impressed with that Ford. I've got cosmetic damage at best. I totaled her car. I hit her broadside and her car's toast. And I drove away from mine, so. Just glad everybody's okay.
Yep, yep.
I'm not sure how their, test on the lights is going with that, but, you know.
Tested on the first day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would be a cataclysmic fail there, but, you
Yep.
know, whatever.
Just as a reminder, we are being recorded today. And we,
Works for me.
Facebook, got me wherever, so.
I really don't have much to discuss. Just want to give you an update on Dogtown.
Okay, that'd be good.
We had the Adopt a Doggo Day a couple weekends ago. My goal was between me and Cody, we thought, well, if we get one dog adopted, it'd be worth it. We ended up getting 6 adopted that day, so it was a tremendous day.
Yep.
We were down to 7 dogs late last week. We're back up to 11 as of this morning, but you know, Cody is doing a phenomenal job out there. We got our volunteer group working out there 2 days a week to help him with the paperwork stuff, so he can do more dog warden responsibilities. Like I said, so far so good, I think, unless you guys are hearing different,
We haven't heard a word.
okay.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Cody, you know, obviously he's still learning the job as well, but, he's got a heart of gold and he wants to do a good job out there, he's very dedicated to it. Our guys are handling a lot of the evening, overnight calls, you know, unless it's a vicious dog or something of that nature where Cody really has to respond. But our guys are seem to be stepping up on that end of things. So all in all, I think it's going pretty good.
Sounds like you got a good group of volunteers too.
Oh,
out there.
yeah, I shouldn't have skipped them over. Yeah, the volunteers that are going out there walking the dogs on a daily basis, you know, they're worth their weight in gold. So yeah, things are going really good out there right now.
It's improved in all areas.
Office wise, you know, we still got a couple big cases we're working with our state and federal partners on those, trying to close those up. But other than that, not really a whole lot going on. So,
Appreciate the extra security at
yeah,
Hardin's.
yep. I've got the guys doing each deputy one per shift, and then they're keeping track of that in the computer dispatch system, so we have a log of it. And obviously, if they find anything, we're supposed to deal with it. But so far, they haven't had to deal with anything. So. And that's being done each shift. So.
Yeah.
Probably not on days because I told them there's so people out there.
Yeah.
Right.
But the second and third shift, they're out patrolling.
I think PD's running through.
Yeah.
most of the
I
city.
talked with Chief Mustard about that. So, yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Good morning.
That's great, and we have no problems.
No problems are good.
No problems.
Yes, yes, it is.
There's always problems somewhere, so if we can try to avoid the ones that we can manage, that's the way to do it. You guys got anything for me?
No, just, I don't think we had anything other than what you've hit already, so,
Other than our tour, we're leaving here and going straight to your office.
I was told you're going to LifeWorks first and then my
Yes.
office? Okay. Yeah, I figured you guys would be down there about 10:30 or so.
yeah, well, yeah.
Okay. If, hopefully you get down there around 10:30 because I need to leave about 11:30. I have to testify
Okay.
at the State
Well,
House.
we
this
can do
afternoon.
you first, probably.
Either way, I just need to leave by 11:30. I have to testify
Okay.
at the State House at 1:30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's always a pleasure.
Yeah, but,
Yeah. On the flip side, I'm glad that they deemed me appropriate to come down and testify on a bill. So,
wow.
yeah.
Well, that's another.
Yeah. Sheriff's Association sort of picked me to. We need you.
We need you.
I'm like, yes, sir. I'll go.
Yeah. Nope, I think that covers what we had.
Okay. Sounds
Fair's
good.
coming up quickly, so.
Fair's coming up quickly. I believe we have a meeting next week with the fair board. So,
I think everything's running good there.
I see they started the paving project out there.
Yes,
On the west field, so that's good.
Picking up and,
We just concluded a 3-day training that the fairground was used for. Fair board let us use the fairgrounds for driving and force on force type stuff. It was a really big deal, big training package. So fair board was very generous in letting us use
good to
the
hear.
grounds. So I appreciated that. I think it went from Thursday to Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So
Wow.
what we try to do is we try to get guys training on their shift so we save overtime. So instead of having them come in
Good.
off duty, we try to do it on shift, saves a tremendous amount of overtime doing it that way.
Is any canine training in there?
We've got some canine, they have canine training, the group that they train with, they have that every Monday evening, and they do go out to fairgrounds every now and then. They go all the way from Findlay to Tiffin to our place, they try to bounce it around. But this training, it was a lot of driving, and then they had a shoot, don't shoot scenario They had to evaluate the situation and go from there. Then they had to write a report about the situation, and the two lieutenants will review their reports with them in a month. Trying to encompass the entire process from the beginning of the call all the way to the end. Because a lot of times you have trainings and it's one specific topic,
Right.
but this one was more of an all-encompassing. So basically trying to test our young guys to see what they can do and where they need help at. So, because if we're not addressing their shortcomings, then I'm not doing them any good, and they're not going to be a good deputy down the road if we don't address them now. So, trying to figure out where their shortcomings are so we can address it in a proper way.
Very good. Dennis, you got anything? You're awful quiet today.
Just as usual.
He's been working on grants.
Yeah.
That sounded like.
Trying to get those buttoned up and this quarter and applying for new applications for JAG grants for deputy retention. This will be the last year for that. It's a declining scale grant. And then drug task force, which is a repeated ask, and they've treated us pretty well.
We're transitioning. This is a year of transition at the office with Dennis, his retirement upcoming, transition, a lot of responsibilities from Dennis to other individuals. So Eric LaRue is a detective, but he's also going to be taking over the grants. So Dennis has been working with Eric. Like I said, we just moved the guy from detectives to midnight sergeant. So this year is just it's a lot of transition, a lot of movement. I think it will all be for the best when it's all said and done, but it's just a lot of learning, new responsibilities this year.
We did have state reviewers in for the task force, task force and deputy retention. And basically program audits what it amounted to, not so much financials. But that went very well. They were complimentary of what we're doing there. And our traffic grant, we also had a financial review of that, and that all went really well.
So all the audits have gone well. Our leads audit, which is what we use for registrations and whatnot, we were audited on that last month. That went phenomenal. No issues there. We do have an FBI audit coming up, I believe this month. No, it's August, I should say. We were hoping that the leads audit would serve that purpose as well, but the FBI said they want to come in and do their own audit. They were clear, we haven't done anything wrong. They have to check their box that they did it.
Yep.
So they'll be in sometime in August to do an audit on the stuff that is FBI related. So that'll be fun. That's always a good time.
Love audits.
You guys have anything for me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything from the state on reimbursement of your expenses for the eclipse?
I believe that's already been received.
They sent us notification we were going to receive some now.
Okay.
I think they basically approved the whole amount, but there's a shared amount, so we have to take part of it and eat it, and then they'll give us the other amount. And I'm sorry, I can't tell you what the match was.
Well, let's just find out.
25% maybe.
I want to make sure I have the right answer.
Okay.
Yeah, good, 'cause
Yeah.
what we were holding back to pay what they didn't, apparently.
On the reimbursement from the eclipse, did we receive the entire amount that we put in for? Gotcha. Okay, but we do not have it yet. We just have notification that we are getting it. Okay, thanks. All right, bye. We put in for 15,000. We received notice that we will receive all of that minus 20%.
Okay. So
We hold
20% of 15 is 3,000.
But we do not actually have the cash yet. But we have the letter stating that we're getting.
It kind of helps us on
Yeah.
rescue money and
Yeah.
gonna cover the difference and
Yeah.
cover
So-
what didn't happen, so that's a big difference from what we were
Oh,
holding
absolutely.
back for 2 years
Yeah, well,
to now.
we can beat this horse to death. I think we already beat the horse to death.
Yeah.
We did what they said we should do, and
Yeah.
this is where we ended up.
We all did it, and it went well, so,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It will probably will be, it'll be up to Mike how he handles that. There'll probably be a reimbursement back, so you
Yeah.
need to know what fund that.
I will
Money
notify
came
you
from-
when we actually receive the monies, and we'll go from there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So it's good, we have a solid number now,
Yeah.
so we know what to do going forward. Good.
We are updating our dispatch room. You'll see some things when you come down there today. One of my, and personally my pet peeve is, so we monitor all of the local schools. We dial into their security system and we can monitor all of them. Problem is, on these little computer screens, you have to really look to even see it. So I told them that that's not good, because if you can't see it, you're not gonna monitor. You know, you're just gonna, it'll be there and you won't pay attention to it. So we're putting up monitors throughout the walls in the dispatch, and the schools, the courthouse, and the dog pound, and our office will all be on these monitors. A little bit bigger picture for people to see, and then we have one big TV that, let's say something's going on at the courthouse here, and needs a law enforcement response, they'll be able to drag that entire screen over to the big one, and it'll really be there, and then we'll be able to get play-by-play what's going on as we are en route. So, just the technology exists, and like I said, and what got me thinking about it was I was in there one day and I was trying to see USV schools, and she had it up on her little monitor, and I was like, how do you even see this? She goes, oh, it's really hard. Well, it shouldn't be really hard
Right.
when we are dealing with our kids. You know, that should be the easiest thing to look at. So we're investing some money on that. Chris has been awesome. He does, I think you guys talk every day. He's got a lot of projects down there. He's been fixing a lot of stuff that I didn't know needed fixed, but he found out that needed fixed. So he's been doing great things now.
And we've liked him up here.
Yeah, he's
There may be, I don't know if there'll be any screens available from out there.
I already got mine
Chris,
purchased.
okay.
So, yeah, they just gotta get hung up right now. So, but we're waiting on Chris to simply so we make sure we do it right.
Okay, good.
But
Have you received any updates on the wiring project in the schools and in the county buildings?
I have not. I was actually wondering about that the other day.
They're going forward.
I knew it was in the
Yeah.
process of, but I
Yeah.
don't know what stage.
They're down
Yeah.
in Decatur Street.
We're in Decatur Street yesterday.
Okay.
because
Okay.
Staff down there wouldn't let them in the building.
Okay.
We had to authorize them to be in the building.
Okay. Speaking of down there, I don't know if you guys are aware, but the school board has contracted with me for a school resource officer down there.
Huh.
Not sure if you were aware of that or not.
No.
They were kicking that around, well, all year basically. And I had a meeting with them 2 months ago, and we squared away all the details. So Travis Hackworth will be the new school resource officer down there.
That'd be a small area,
It is, and Chief is actually on the school board, and originally I'm like, I'm not sure we need that down there, but if that's what they want, by all means, we will provide, and that's how we've ended up. So he starts with them whenever school starts down
Yeah.
there. So
Okay.
we will have 5 school resource officers. The only ones that we will not have is the city of Kent. So that's been a good program that we started. Schools seem very happy with the program itself, but also the particular deputies that are in each school. They seem to work well with the administration there. So that's been a good program. I don't think there's any more updates. I'm sure I'll probably think of 30 on the way out. But
well, it's okay, we're gonna
yeah.
see you out there.
So
If I can't think of anything else.
okay. We got
We
here.
haven't missed anything, have we? Okay.
We'll try to
I have
get
one
to you.
question.
I'm sorry.
we got her one question.
Okay, all right.
On the reimbursement.
Yeah.
We both had you covered on that.
There we go. Somebody's gotta watch out for me.
Yeah.
I can't even drive down the street right.
You're a target.
I think,
Are you headed straight back?
yeah,
And we'll just follow you down there and we will
works for me.
start with you. Richard's gonna join us,
Works for me.
so we'll do your tour first.
See you down there.
Okay. Gotta go down the hall before we get down there.
That's okay, I gotta sign this one.
Oh, okay. There's really only one place for us to sign. There's some spots that she needs to fill in, resolution numbers and dates.
I think there's really the only two areas that we should do.
Oh, yeah?
I've never been in here.
There's no
I've been
man.
over there. Thank you.
To my knowledge, everything is working pretty good down here.
Only,
Huh?
you said
Only.
only.
We don't have, to my knowledge, we don't have any new leaks. Richard got that fixed last year, that doesn't leak anymore.
Come off the roof, anyway.
Those are little files.
Yeah.
Those are
I
nice.
tell you what, they're powerful, we can put ours, we can get into the PD.
I was gonna say, mine will do annex, I got mine set to
Annex, yeah.
so.
We can do some of the schools with those also.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, I had an annex program.
In there. I'll show you how nice our IT room is now. I don't know, did you see it when it was not nice? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is it nice now?
Wow.
Got a new server to keep it that box. Yeah.
You may be going before that. Oh, whatever, go. No, I retired. Chris doesn't like that.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what any of it is.
Yeah. That's,
It still looks like something
much better.
screws it in, but
The detectives are.
you don't have anything on where we had NECG. So I think it's project that get through. And it's,
Hi there, good.
hi, how you doing?
All right.
Everything working okay?
Sure is. We're doing our best.
All good? Facilities are good, Henderson? You guys can walk through here.
Okay.
Good.
This is the electronic forensics room, Terry's room. So Terry is retired now. Eric LaRue, he's sitting there, he's taking over that. He's going classes now.
What do we call this
So this will be
Detective
office here
conference room, I guess.
at the end of the year. He's getting trained up on
Between the office.
all the techie stuff. So
And whose is this?
this is our electronic forensics
Oh,
office.
okay.
Detective Sneary is the current one, but he's retiring at the end of the year, so I talked about,
Right.
this is the year of adjustments, we're training somebody else to take over. The electronic forensics, computers and phones, that is something that I never thought we needed, and now that we have it,
Yeah.
I cannot live without it.
Yeah.
Every crime that we deal with has a phone or computer involved.
Sure.
It's just amazing. I know you. Then our interview room, Brad just assisted us in getting this updated as far as the electronics. Everything's monitored, and the detectives can actually dial in, sitting over there, watching the interview, listening to the interview, text who's ever doing the interview, text them questions or something like that, so. Pretty nice stuff. That's Maddie Sue out there.
Yeah.
Aw.
She's a good girl, but she has to get used to strangers, so we figured we'd put her out here.
Oh, yep.
She was an Amish. She had a rough life. They didn't treat her very nice. So she has an issue with strangers sometimes, and she does not like the Amish. I don't know why, but if they drive by, she goes ballistic.
I thought it was funny, the day that I let her in, you could tell she wanted to let in.
Yeah.
And as soon as you open the doors, she come right in here and she made noise when she come in. But when she stood here, though, she stood here good enough to let me take her
Oh yeah.
leash off. She was fine with that. And she come walking over here to the door, and then she started yelping over here at the door while I was, opening the door for her. That's when you would yell at her.
She knows.
was fine.
She knows how she wants things. And there's nothing wrong with my office. You're welcome to.
Okay.
It looks a little messy on your desk there, Sheriff.
I know. I got that.
Kind of
I got
out
the
of
higher
character.
papers there. I know.
Yeah, that's kind of out of character for you.
You.
Morning, gentlemen.
Bag your coat.
Don't think there's any issues in here. This office, lieutenants, sergeants, chief deputy, fiscal officer. I'll show you what I was talking about in dispatch, putting up monitors. This is the area that, Michelle,
Yeah, okay. Yep.
this area there. Full stuff.
Morning, Keith.
Thank you.
Hey, Dennis? Sir? Once you have them open the north Sally Port door, we'll just go through the cell block and go out that way. Please.
We are.
Never been.
We're here first.
Quite the door train.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We're gonna discuss this while we're here.
Are we gonna go look back there, Richard? We gonna look behind the door?
Behind door number 1, number 2.
This is the only room I've been in.
This is what?
This is the only room I've been in.
Oh, okay, okay. It's actually a lot bigger of a building than people think, just driving by. I mean,
Absolutely, yeah.
it's very nice. We're very fortunate.
What did this building used to be?
I'm sorry.
What was it used to
It
be?
used to be a National Guard
Oh,
post.
This was the
Actually,
kitchen.
Army Reserve.
Army Reserve, thank you. Army Reserve.
They would take offense. Oh,
They would be beating me up right now.
This is the old kitchen area.
Yeah, old cafeteria and kitchen. Obviously, we repurposed the cafeteria part, but haven't done anything since. What's the plans, Richard?
Guide us through the updates, Richard.
Well, future EMA and red drugs.
The way the other chief wanted it, the way he explained it to me, was, go out here, make his office, put a door in over there and leave LAPC over there. And I know you ain't for that.
I don't care. I just,
Use that like as a hallway waiting area.
okay.
So people would come in through this back door here.
So I believe the plan was the EMA, LAPC people would use that door,
Yeah.
and they could use that part of the parking lot.
Right.
The only problem with that scenario is to get to LAPC, they're still gonna be walking through the training room, and what if there's a training going?
Right.
I believe, I was under the impression the original concept was to get them all back here
Mhm.
and they could do their thing
Right.
without.
Are you okay with them having that room if we put a door in there?
Through the block wall.
If we put a door into the block wall, where they wouldn't have to go out. Okay, well, I can talk to this. Well, I understood, I thought you were totally against them having that room.
No. The only issue is like that stuff right there. I don't know where I'm gonna put that stuff.
Oh.
That was my only issue with storage.
We clean out another mechanical room over there, you might be able to use more.
Oh, the one in the front hall?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my only question about it was basically that kind of stuff.
Okay.
No, I don't care what happens back here. This is your guys' baby, not mine.
And this is all Brenda's stuff actually too. So she knows,
Yes.
she knows we're gonna move that.
Well,
So-
and again, I don't have any place to put that.
Right. Well, we gotta take care of it. So,
Okay,
that'll go north annex,
okay.
so. That's all her safe off-site microphones.
Them having the LEPC room as it is now has been fine because we've had storage here. If I lose this and don't get that back, then I gotta figure out something storage. That's my only rub.
Are we okay with putting a door in there? Having somebody cut and put a door in there?
Yeah, I am.
So use that as the lobby?
That way, this would be a separate.
What's that gonna be?
I don't know, maybe storage, I don't know. It's not really big enough for much of anything.
Yeah,
How big is
I don't know,
that?
asking you.
well, and again, he asked me and I'm like, this isn't my baby, I've got nothing there.
Well, there's Red Cross, LEPC, and.
Red Cross, that was the other one.
Red
Do they
Cross.
still need an office? They're never
I
here.
think they need storage, but not.
Which I've got the storage covered, that we have stuff down in the south end and I keep their trailer out here, so I don't think they should be having any issues with the storage.
Yeah, they don't.
I mean, that answers all my questions. I mean, I can go ahead and start.
Well,
Start.
if you put EMA here, that's an entrance hallway. You put LEPC down there, which you've got this room for storage, and if Red Cross does need someplace for a desk, you can put just a desk in front.
Why do they need to put another door in here?
There's another room over here.
Oh, I
and
see.
Sheriff doesn't, once it's sealed off.
Okay,
they're
so you're
not
connecting
coming
these,
into his security space.
so there'll be 4 rooms, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, well, this will,
4.
this will be an
Right.
entrance. They'll come in from this door.
Yeah.
Instead of having to go around the front door and get buzzed in.
Right.
Red Cross, LACP,
Yeah,
and
Okay, alright.
EMA won't be in these 3,
Right.
and this is the end.
yeah. Well, that seems like it'd be,
Yeah, they're
Nice.
kinda in their own area,
Yeah.
secured. They're secured from the sheriff's office, so you don't have to get buzzed in by them.
right.
So it just doesn't bother them, and they have their own space to come in and out.
Right.
Space taken out the hall.
Can I get out this door?
There.
It's locked. So this is the training room, and so this is the 4th room. So this would be an office. This middle section, the store would be gone with the lobby, and then they would have 2 offices on that side for the
It
LEPC.
doesn't need to be, but I think the concept was putting them back here so they wouldn't have to go through the main doors and all that good stuff. So I think it's gonna make everybody's life easier. That is why I'm suggesting if you can get a bathroom back here for them, that would be pretty handy.
That'd be, I mean, that would be an ideal spot for it, but then again, I don't know how you would do it.
LAPC.
I don't know, I'm just telling you what would be awesome.
Supply's not a problem, it'd be the other, it's a problem.
Drain is a problem.
Right.
This is one right into that.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to look at it from the ease of their operation.
Right.
Because again, I don't mind them going through and using the bathroom, that's not the issue. I was just trying to make their life a little easier.
Right. Yeah. think that's gonna have to just be a reality of life.
Well, I mean, I know if I was back here and you guys had training going on out there, I'd probably be.
Yeah.
They've done it.
Or you walk all the way around, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but again, this. I really don't have a dog in this part of the hunt.
Well, that's what I thought you wanted to keep that.
No, I just need to find some place for our little stuff that we put back here.
And if you took, well, let's go over and look at that room.
It's locked.
And I don't
remember.
think this key works.
Oh, maybe I don't know, man.
You'll work that, Sheriff, I don't think your key
It
will
does not.
operate that.
I just don't think it works.
They changed that.
That's a pretty sizable room, though.
Yeah, it's
Decent.
about like from the corner of the door
Yeah.
to the corner of the outside wall.
Yeah, I mean, it's rather large.
Yeah. There's what, 2 desks in there now? 3 desks?
I think he's got 2 in there.
There's quite a
Good
bit
size
of
for
stuff
what he
in
needs,
there.
so, I mean.
No, I don't have any issues with him staying there, if that was the question.
It would just be more, yeah,
Yeah.
get that
From that
separate.
area there.
Right.
So this would be the
Exit.
entrance and the
Mhm.
hallway.
So
just
those
need
are
to-
marked exits, so.
Could you put a bathroom in the hallway?
What if- can we-
Put a bathroom right there.
How about just put a porta potty out my door?
You're right.
Cool.
Well,
Hey,
And then somebody else takes care of that.
I try to think outside the box.
As long as you don't do it forest style.
so just thinking, could one of these doors be taken out when this is blocked up and that door moved to the inner wall? I mean, they're not exits, so they're.
But I think it would be simpler just to leave them locked and leave them there.
Yeah. You have that, and then you have that problem with all doors like this, metal doors. The frame's gonna be useless.
Yeah.
Because
I think what we'll do from
Frame
this side of things, because a lot of times there are 60, 80 people in here from all over the place for meetings. We'll put on the door on this side, not an exit,
Yeah.
do not enter,
Yeah.
so they don't get nosy and
Yeah.
start bothering them.
Okay. You can start.
Yeah.
That's inside, you don't have to lean out.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Think we're good, if you don't have any problems.
I don't have any problems.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah. That one's cracked, but that one just needs to put back in place. I think Chris was working on the, Wi-Fi the other day.
If you get somebody else to run that wire, they need to run.
Good.
What do you know, you're just the sheriff, what do you know?
Wires.
Well, you guys don't need this stuff.
No, I think it was camera wires.
This is why we can.
Yep.
I'm not sure that we have.
This is just storage.
I assume.
There's lights still on back in the back.
Oh, the middle one.
They like them in the door.
I
I
watched you
turned
flip
that
that
off.
switch off
Oh,
right
okay.
there.
Yeah, I turned that off.
Wow.
They catch me all the time.
I turned one on
And Richard turned it off.
there.
Yep.
Yep.
He's so efficient.
201. We all get in? I don't know.
201 and 202, please. 201 first, obviously. Thanks. I'll play by the rules.
Oh, okay.
I crank if anybody else didn't do it, so. Come on in, we can all fit in.
Come be cozy in here.
Yeah.
Get us skinny people.
We get in a bad habit, because there's hardly anybody back here, we get in a bad habit of not
Yep.
taking our guns off. There we are.
Close
I know, right?
That's our in custody interview room. So
Okay.
if you're in custody, we got cameras up there and all that good stuff.
They're not breaking.
Haven't had any major issues back here. But that was one part of this, there's a few right. But that's the from here now. Jerry's back here doing his monthly cleaning.
All these doors work electronically from
We
dispatch.
really do not
Okay.
use this.
We also have key access to that if we need to.
What, what's this?
That's intercom.
Huh?
So it's two-way. I can talk to dispatch, they can talk to me, and every cell inside has the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Incident tracking numbers for the same things.
We're able
So
to
we just stop.
do everything
Totally
that
here.
we want to here.
How come this one's got just a concrete bench rather than a,
That's because this is
Typically when we.
slowing reinforced grunt tank, so we don't let them fall too far. If they don't roll off the bench or whatever.
right? Okay,
It has an in-floor drain,
They have different
and
times.
we can hose it out.
right.
So it's definitely needed, I mean, we definitely need it, but we don't use it that often, to be perfectly honest. Any questions back here?
It's just
Even what-
This is the leak
This
that's
this is the
perpetual.
16-year leak that we can't figure out.
We'll get it.
Once we get it fixed, I'm gonna keep that there, and I'm gonna put a picture of Richard. Right there, a monument.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, to his defense, he's worked on it, he just,
No, it's time to.
Yeah, figure it out.
We need to redo the roof. And we have everything above, there's a concrete roof above here, and all the machinery we used to have in the cafeteria is still up above here. So there's an exhaust that goes out through the roof up there.
that is not needed.
That's not needed anymore. We just need to take that out of there and get rid of it and just.
Well, at some point in time, and you and I discussed this not recently, but, you know, this is gonna need a new roof at some point in time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if it's coming up to be that time, then I need to budget.
I don't think we're to that point yet, right?
Okay.
Need to get a good, need to take the stack out, what's part of the stack there.
And just redo that portion. You're the man, make it happen. I mean, I can do it, but it ain't gonna be pretty, and it probably won't work.
And then we'll have more sealing.
And then we'll have to have more seals done. Actually, I feel like that's gonna fall through.
Not through a concrete
Not
roof.
through the concrete.
Hi, Jerome. Earning your pay today?
Yeah, finally.
203 and then 204, please. Thank you. Jerry, we're gonna go out the back building after this. Dennis, this is the door that we've been discussing, correct? We do have an issue with this door, Richard, and I hadn't gotten a hold of you yet. I think you've worked on it before. It doesn't exactly catch all the
It's a little warped.
It doesn't catch all the time. I'll show you what I mean.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, of course it catches that. All right, it caught that time.
It doesn't get a good slam.
I slammed it so it shut. It's supposed to just shut on its own and.
When it doesn't do that, sometimes it.
It doesn't close, you can't open the other door.
Yep. Any questions in here? Obviously, just for salad board, prisoner drop off, car wash, fall out. The night, honestly, it's big enough that, and we've had to do it, we can get 6 cruisers in here to thaw out during the winter.
Wow.
1, 2, 3. I mean, it's tight, but sometimes we have to do it when we have an inch thick of ice on our cars and stuff like that. Or sometimes I'll tell them, if it's sleeting rain and ice, just to park in here when they come in, so it doesn't get nasty. Richard, maybe next year we can reseal this. Possible this year we want to. It's starting to look a little ugly. Starting to get some chips and whatnot. Well, both of them. And I know we usually do one year and one the other. Yeah. I'll let you decide.
All right. Wait, still get it done this year? You want to do it that way?
No, I don't think we need to get done this year. I mean, if you want to, great.
All right. This cruiser?
That is not a cruiser. Is there any way we can keep that concrete chip?
No,
So maybe just tear it up and.
tear it up and square it off, and
Yeah, you got another spot over
yeah,
there.
but it's got a big spot there.
I mean, obviously, it's not going to be the end of the world if we don't do anything, but it's going to keep getting worse.
Yep, of course.
That's my black shirt. I got to get it home. I brought it in for the Adopt a Doggo Day, and it just hasn't made it back home yet. So this is our store everything that we don't have room for building.
Holding facility for dogs.
Holding facility for dogs, plus for our canines as well. You guys have to come in and do whatever if they're getting out of hand or they just need a break. We have something for them. Obviously, palm shredders, nothing wrong with that. Forrest just used it. We used it now that the doggo days, everything is going well there. I don't really think we have too many issues back here, to my knowledge.
He's working good. I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Even this you up here, he actually did it.
Yeah, so. That Husky Barn had seen better days. Yeah, I mean, it was a good mower, but it seems better days. Any questions? Your,
Side by side street legal?
I'm sorry? That is street legal.
Okay.
Absolutely. You were saying what, Chief?
The overhead door here is needed painted.
Ah, yeah.
Cooling off pretty bad.
It's on the list in my head. If I buy it.
Don't worry, I'll give you a
It'll be on the list now.
Now it's on the official list.
Yeah.
Well, you want to add the other one, small one up there
What?
too, by the parking lot?
Yeah.
That overhead door?
Yeah.
At the south end of the building there.
Yeah. Yeah, that paint needs to chip on those doors.
That one's just gonna be faded up there.
Yeah. We got about 1,500 gallons in there.
Have you got your barricades yet?
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking for. No, I haven't. They came and measured and did all that stuff, and I haven't seen since. I know he's been dealing with other things right
Very
now.
momentarily, just.
Whatever happened with your repeater? Didn't you have to get a repeater for your?
Well, with the investment that the commissioners made for the schools and the courthouse, I call it a repeater, they call it something else, but we do have a tower coming. I wish Rich was here. Hey, Rich, will you explain the tower thing, please? This, I'm not a techie guy,
Yeah.
but that's why I have people who are. We have a tower that's going to be built here. We're going to put it in that grassy area just on the other side of the fence.
So our mark system needs a redundancy, and
redundancy.
especially for the 911 next gen. What we have now is we have a direct line with marks in Columbus, so all that runs through fiber optic, and what that gives us the ability to do is record a communication, keep in line with like marking units to the radio, stuff like that. So we get from the tower to here. You guys know we all went Mark's paging. We're currently simulcast until the VHF goes down, but VHF is done. Like it's old school stuff. But what this does, when we went with this new Motorola system, we had got a microwave dish, and that dish needs to be elevated so we can have direct
Has to be line of sight.
with the Marks Tower on 105. And that's a reason, that's our redundancy. That gives us the ability, if that fiber optic goes down to Columbus, because Marks just had a statewide outage.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago?
A couple weeks ago, and we were dead in the water. Had we had that redundancy system.
We weren't totally dead, but what we were running off of, we have that radio stack in our IT room with the older radios, which those are going to be outdated come 25. And that runs those antennas right there. So, but we don't have the ability to page out through that system. But this will give us direct line of sight over there. Agile Communications, the ones that's doing supposed to be putting up the microwave, that's already taken care of.
We'll have Windstream for one provider and Agile for the other, because we had Windstream for both lines. Well, if one line goes down, they're both going to go down. They're Windstream. So we're going to have two different providers for two different lines. So if one goes down, hopefully the other one is.
Well, we have two fiber optics, Agile and Windstream, and then we're going to have this, because fiber optic, if they cut a cable in Columbus, that's where all this information goes, Columbus. So if they cut a cable in Marysville, we're dead. But if we have that microwave system up here,
How tall does that have to be to get
120. 120. They said max of 120 would be good. Now, the ham radio guys know of a tower that we have in county right now. We're trying to work a deal with them to secure that, which is probably going to save us $50,000 to $70,000. If all that goes right, the movement, the placement, or the recovery, the movement, and the placement of that's going to cost us about $30,000.
But it's, like I said, saving about 70 grand from going new.
Yeah. So if we go buy a new tower, you're probably looking at $40,000 for that, and whatever they cost to bring it in, and do all that. So they said it's at one point in time there was concern about aircraft, but James Corman works here, and he said, no, there's a residential 1,000-foot limit. You can't go any lower than 1,000 foot over a residential area, which is where we're at right now. Plus, the fact that we have, maybe 150 yards, 100 or 110 footer right beside us.
So that's where we're at. That's hopefully done by the end of the year. We're going to fence that in as well, because obviously originally it'll be on the outside of the fence. So we'll fence. It's going to be
with that.
We'll be right by the field.
Yeah, we got that's all inclusive in that 30. We get the fence, we get the tower.
Any questions?
If you're happy, we're happy.
I've got no complaints.
That's painted?
Yeah, sure.
She got it.
Put it down.
And there she had the backside.
we, I think all in all, things are going well down here building wise. I don't think we have any major issues at all.
Yeah, we got some concrete.
Yeah. To me, a lot of it's just more cosmetic stuff. Okay.
Is it better to move your barricades in before we do the parking?
Oh, I would say before, but again, I thought it was already going to be done by now.
Yeah.
But
If I may add, I mean, those concrete barriers with the tow motors that we have between us and the ones we got for the fairgrounds, it's something that we could probably do in a day if we had to. If they-
Oh, you need them, just get them here.
yeah. Now, like I said, they came, they measured, they figured out how many they were going to need, and I hadn't seen them since.
We need a date so we can move some of this.
Yeah.
Back to which I'm trying to keep people driving this way.
That's the whole idea behind it. Yeah, because he obviously proved to us that it may look secure, but it's not.
Yeah.
How many barriers are you getting?
I don't know how many, but basically the idea is to line the interior of the fence. We had an individual decide that he wanted in, and he just drove through here and didn't do as much damage as we thought, but it was about $3,000-4,000 time it was all said and done. But he propped the fence up, he drove underneath it. He went for the back door, and if you watch the film, you think perhaps he's going to try to go through the door, but he changed his mind and went out the back of the lot, or tried to, and he got stopped in the corner, and then he fled from there.
No. Can't guess what people are thinking, I suppose.
So just sort of pointed out a security issue for us. It was, we did not want him to have access to the interior of the building, which he potentially could have.
Right.
Managed
So this door here.
to. Yeah. I can't say that he lined up with the door, but that's sort of where he was headed. So that's why
Right.
he
Right.
changed it then.
We can talk later. Okay. Angie wanted me to to bring it up to you.
Yeah.
I said, yes, boss. Yes, boss, I will. Good seeing you. Hey, good seeing you too.
See ya.
Thanks.
Okay.
See you, Tori.
Thanks.
Good seeing you.
Yeah.
See you, Ricardo.
See ya.
That's good.
We just want to look around and make sure that, like, we have ceiling tiles and
Hi.
Office up there, these classrooms are probably locked. I'll get the keys to these.
probably just look in the window here.
Do you know of any issues, anything that needs addressed as far as building maintenance wise in any of these rooms?
You see them?
That I know of.
Okay.
Can I get the key to the house?
Yeah, if you would.
This must be the new school decor for this next year. Maybe?
I'm just peeking in here.
What is that all?
13. I'm upgrading my tissue box holder.
What is it?
The tissue box holder, I said I'm upgrading mine.
Oh, it's very blingy. Wow. It's fancy.
Beginning of the year.
What's up with that?
They had STNA training in here.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Got a whole.
Oh, yep.
Is this number 13?
Yeah.
I feel like Bridget had given maintenance
Everything good in your office?
He already has a list of things that
All right.
they've been working on.
Okay.
I think some electrical stuff
Yeah.
and
Yeah, Richard
ceiling
said he wasn't gonna
tiles.
come with us, cause he'd already been working here enough, he said.
Yeah, they've been down here quite a bit.
Okay. All right, well, thanks.
Yeah.
I don't know if all the rooms are that way.
The walls, you mean?
Well, did you know offhand that they do paint? Better look then. Best if I just open it.
This one looks clean. Yeah.
Probably better to paint them at the end of the year, so at least you get a summer's worth of decent looking paint.
School year started July.
Their school year?
Well, I mean
Oh.
fiscal year. Or schools usually, but since we're county.
Very aesthetic.
There are a few spots on the wall. There needs touched up.
Okay, and like this whole weird little.
It's got condensation up on the.
Mm-hmm, I see it
Yeah.
all down the wall.
Are these classrooms? I'm assuming.
This one, I assume it's a classroom.
Oh, the lady's name was on the outside.
Yeah.
This is shoemaker.
Don't have that condensation there, it's over there also on that wall.
Mm. In this corner, you can see it.
Huh.
Feels a little humidity in here.
Are they allowed to have these?
I wonder if it's.
Well, didn't we just replace, is it the air conditioner down here?
I was gonna say, is it this, like condensation maybe,
One of the
like running
chillers?
from the?
We replaced something here.
Sure, Mrs. Schumacher could tell you what's going on. Being in this room, I like the little covers.
I know, me too. Cool.
Maybe hard to read, but
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Everything good in your office?
Yes, we've had maintenance come in and fix some things. We got me some new lights and they fixed an outlet, so I'm happy.
Very good. It's the important thing.
Yeah.
Clothes for some
Ceiling
kids
top needs
that are coming
replaced.
in, so.
Put back where it belongs. Has your
how many?
IT guy been down here working, or?
They're actually here, well, they said they were running wire for radio communications.
Oh, okay,
That's right,
yep,
coax
yeah,
guys.
so that's, yeah,
That's why.
they'll fix that.
Here now.
How many kids do you have this year?
Right now we have 23 enrolled, and then I have probably 5 where I've sent out records requests and stuff, so, usually the beginning of August when all the secretaries come back into their buildings,
okay.
I start getting, what I need, so.
And they still do the online computer work?
Yes,
Yeah.
the curriculum is all online.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and our classrooms are face to face, and then we just hired a student aide, or a classroom aide, so yeah.
And how many of your 25, how many is in a classroom?
We don't like to have more than 10
Okay.
in each classroom, so we may start out with 25, but we've had as many as 40, like last year I had 46 enrolled.
Right, because
Yeah.
they kind of come.
They do.
Filter through.
They do. So,
Do you have an average like retention?
we,
Because some kids can choose to come here.
yes,
Right.
they do. And
Yeah.
we have that percentage is actually a lot higher than what it's ever been.
Yeah.
So like all of the ones that I have, the 5, they're all parents wanting them to be here.
Right.
And I think I have 2 where possibly coming where the POs have suggested it. So we're definitely not just court placed anymore.
Right now.
Which is nice because we offer so much more than what we ever have before. You know, we kind of like to have the setting of, you know, it's no different than a district. You know, you can still do CCP, you can still go to High Point, Apollo, you know, whatever you'd like to do. So
Okay, well, I'll
yeah.
keep it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lost you guys.
This used to be the Kansas City board office.
Really?
There's been a couple, three things over the
Kansas
years.
City schools used to own this.
Do you know who it was originally?
Not originally built, Golden Giant originally built.
Oh.
Had their.
Ah,
Before they built out on.
yeah.
58.
Kansas City schools.
I'm sorry, I seen that
bought
flash and I forgot to turn that light on.
Probably on.
When I was back down.
One was back here. Did you already go back here? Oh.
No, we just looked at bathrooms. And then that.
Do, you know where the roof leak is that we just approved to get fixed?
No. No.
Okay, sorry.
So these are just offices down here. Cafeteria. They put those up last year, so this would be the second year of them, so I
Makes you feel
suppose
small.
anything's worth trying, right?
Yeah, because I think they were up last year when we walked through. They said they were there to help calm.
Oh, yeah, fluorescence can be harsh. Yeah. That's why they use those, the milk covers, like the milk glass looking.
That's an office that's probably locked.
Okay. They're not in today?
She's not in, she's
Okay.
locked. Try to get the key if you'd like.
No, that's all right.
Sign entrance. What was,
This was locked. Let's see, I don't know if you want me to get the key to it. Yeah. This is mine, so I do have paperwork set from the desk here. As far as like confidential business.
Okay.
Okay. Work. My work.
No, I mean, anything you want time.
How goes it, guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good.
I promise not to cause you any more leaks if that's what you're looking for up there.
That was it.
Did you cause that leak?
No.
I didn't think so.
Oh, okay.
I am putting in a roof penetration today, but
Oh, okay.
there won't be a leak.
Ah,
I'm sure.
good.
Good.
Your antenna goes up. on the
Preemptive.
roof then?
Yes,
Okay.
according to my print anyway.
This is for the,
Okay.
they're running the cable for the repeaters for all the schools that we were
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about.
You don't know of anything in there?
It's just you.
All of them, all the counties,
Yeah.
go through all of them over the summer. and
We're
Make
winding
a list
down.
for Richard to tackle. Or have to buy or whatever, to get supplies.
You guys are climbing in there.
Looking good, actually.
Yeah.
Floor looks
Yeah.
nice.
3 or 4 years ago, then it looked pretty rough down here.
Compared to the carpet.
Yeah.
You remember the
Yeah, I
carpet?
remember the carpet.
Hard to clean carpet.
Especially with a bunch of kids
Old
running around.
carpet too.
You know.
Probably was shag back when gold was trying.
This would have been a really cool building when they had it, because I'm sure
Yeah.
these are probably like drafting rooms, and
Oh, yeah.
that would have been.
A lot of fancy desks. Well, I think the big desks are still in the corner rooms.
Yeah, that's Gene's office down there,
Yeah,
that's why
it's
that's.
private bathroom.
Yeah.
And it was board office. Dave Sturgeon was down there, and then Steve Ashford was this end.
Got him
Had to
exercise.
go as far as they could get.
Well, is there anything else I can help you
Nope,
with?
I think
Well,
that'll
I
do
think
it.
that's it. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
So I'd be the floor, it's supposed to be super hot.
Get rid of some weeds in the planting area.
Yeah, who does all the landscaping? They do it, or you
I don't
guys?
know.
I don't either.
Who's in charge of the landscaping, Roger? Them?
Them?
Okay.
Well, pretty much
Their
look
mulch
like
looks like
whatever
the asphalt.
somebody-
Yeah, it's rubber.
Yeah.
East side.
Yep. East end against the county engineer's.
Yeah, I guess it looks like a Golden Giant building.
Yeah. Does their mowing down here.
Yeah, their grass not too short here, is it?
Nope. Yep.
Fred's playing hooky?
He is on vacation this week.
Oh, good for him.
Yep.
He was last, so we all got to go ahead.
Oh, she's giving me fits today.
for us today?
Oh, I don't know. This is getting to be a regular thing. I guess maybe what we'd like to do is kind of get a feel for what you guys are thinking, where you've gone since we spoke last. And then we've got some new information that we want to share with you. And I mean, are you still considering the OAQDA?
I think we're on the QEP.
You're on the QEP?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Just,
I guess kind of what we went with all the others, and it's just more for our side. We don't have to get the additional counsel and everything else.
And there was questions with that other plan. Did you get any response on the sales tax issue?
Yes, sir. So I spoke with one of our tax folks in our group. We, in a previous project, had modeled out sales tax impacts to the county in a similar, I want to say it was either Van Wert or Putnam, I forget which one. The practical implication was there wasn't an impact because it's based off of the large equipment purchases, like the panels and things, which doesn't happen in the county. All of the day-to-day stuff, like people going, workers going to restaurants, filling up gas, staying here, that's not covered by the abatements.
Right.
All that activity would continue to be sales tax that you'd collect, but the large equipment purchases, most of which are international or even outside of the state of Ohio, aren't being purchased in the county, and so they just aren't triggering any county sales tax considerations. They're actually only there's only a limited amount of large equipment that's purchased in the state, even. So that's why that sales tax piece is a pretty small piece, and for the county, there's not really anything that's being abated from a sales tax standpoint that's being purchased in the county.
Plus you mentioned you had already purchased your solar panels.
Yeah.
Correct, but some of the other equipment like racking, some of the large construction equipment, some of the really large purchases that would go into this kind of project. Typically, those are already being purchased elsewhere, before the work's being done in the county.
Yeah, I think we'd like to stay with QEP and 9,000 total on the pilot.
Okay.
We've been pretty consistent on the 9,000 across the county.
Yeah. Well, just to share some information within the last 3 days, I've gotten the word that we were shooting for an October mobilization for construction, December 2025 COD. That's now been pushed out. They're going to mobilize construction in May of 25, with COD being June of 26. So everything kind of got pushed to the right 6 or 7 months.
Kind of tends to do that.
Well, it's a direct result of that domicile requirement, the labor shortage in Ohio. With all the work that's going on, the contractors just don't have enough workers that are.
Your guys are about a third of labor force in Hardin County for this year. I think it's one of the problems.
Yeah. So we just recently learned that. That being said, our financing is still scheduled to be done. We expect our permit August 15th. Well, shortly after. They're holding their meeting on August 15th, so we expect our permit shortly after that. And then the financing will be taken care of near the end of the month on the 3rd.
What's your nameplate going to be megawatt wise?
It's 110 megawatts.
110.
Yes.
Because the information that the state's still putting out is 130.
Well, yeah, it's 110 megawatt solar, 20 megawatt storage. But they're never operating, we're never pumping 130 into the system. So it's 110 would be what the the pilot would be based on.
Okay.
We had that question, we had this sheet said 130, and I know your website said 110.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just combined.
They added that 20 megawatt storage, and there's some question as to the timing on the storage component. We'll know within the next couple weeks whether that's gonna be built in conjunction with the solar, or if it's gonna be built 6 months down the road, or a year later, something like that. But, the storage component is gonna be built. The question is, when is it gonna be built at the same time as solar, or is it gonna be a little bit down the road?
The batteries, they housed in a permanent structure, will they be on, like trailers or?
They're in storage containers, climate controlled storage
Okay.
containers, like shipping containers.
Yeah. What's the proper name for that building? Is it storage building or battery building, or is there official name that PUCO or somebody?
They call it a battery storage facility is what they call it.
So it wouldn't say anything fancy.
And
Usually
there's
they
gonna
have-
there's gonna be several of them. It's
Okay.
not just
Yeah.
Right,
one
okay.
container.
Yeah, to get 20 megawatt, that would,
Yeah,
it's gonna take a lot of batteries.
yeah.
Okay, well, we wanted to get call it the right thing.
The terminology.
Put it in there, yeah,
Yeah.
paperwork and.
We have a layout of the battery, facility as part of the filings at the siting board. If you'd like, I can pull that link and send that.
Send that to us.
And that is evolving. I think we're at, we do initial layout, then we do 30%, 60%, 90%, 100%. The solar facility is at 90% right now designed, so things are pretty much locked in on where things are gonna be and what's gonna happen. The storage component is just now at a 30% design level. So again, it's running behind. What caused that was, they were trying to determine what technology are they gonna use, what manufacturer are they gonna use for the batteries. There was some question as to availability and things like that, so it kinda got lagged behind. And that's some of the reason why the storage component may not be built until 6 months or a year down the road.
And that'll be located at the
substation.
facility where they tie into the
Yeah.
high tension.
Yeah, right there next to the existing Gun Road station. I apologize for my phone dinging, they're mowing my lawn at home, and every time they go by, the camera dings me.
That's okay.
So with shifting to the QEP, approximately what timeline do you all think you would be looking at passing that resolution?
We can do that this afternoon.
Okay.
She'll trade me mine at 1:30, which is this one.
Yeah, that one's the official, the whole
Yeah.
summer.
Okay.
I-
No, that helps,
Look at
helps us with our predictability, as Kevin
Yeah.
said, for financing.
Yeah.
One thing, and I've been really appreciative of you being willing to have the OEQDA discussion. I know it was really out of left field, and so certainly respect the decision just to go back to the QP. As Kevin mentioned, we just learned of a delay due to labor issues. That is going to be an ongoing issue, and to the extent that there is the ability to open up the door on an OEQDA pilot down the road, other counties have had a QEP in place and then converted it to OEQDA. I would just put that out there so you're aware. As we've talked about, the flexibility in OEQDA helps mitigate the risk of the labor issue. And if we have the QEP in place now, everybody knows there's at least that in place. And there would be a pretty long window of time if there is interest in looking at crafting a pilot that would include things like inflation adjustments. There would still be interest on the part of the project to have that discussion because of that uncertainty around the labor. Hopefully there won't be more delays, but that is a variable, and so we're letting you know, we're open to the
Sure.
conversation,
Okay, good.
moving forward.
Quick
Anything
question.
you'd like to add to that, Kevin?
Other than we're concerned, as well as the contractors are concerned about that labor issue. And we just don't want any further delays. I mean, we're already now pushed out to June, we don't want to get pushed out to December or even the next year, due to the labor issue. So that would be the reason that we would come back and approach you for the OAQDA.
But I think the benefit of getting the QEP in place, it sets the baseline. If we're able to figure something out later, great.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no pressure or timing. There was always the timing constraint that Kevin talked about in terms of the project does want to get financed. And so I think getting the QEP in place helps eliminate that shot clock, if you will. But there could be some beneficial reasons to think about an OAQDA pilot down.
Were there any other issues with the OAQDA other than the sales tax that kind of swayed you to go back to the QEP? Are there any other issues that maybe we could work on?
It was the need to negotiate an additional agreement that would set new parameters, like, would say that once the bond period or whatever has gone off, that you would continue to pay the pilot for the lifetime, useful lifetime of the project. And, to negotiate in these other items is going to be an additional expense, and we'll keep researching as we, from time to time, we get more information from another county that's gone through something, and from the Ohio Association, so.
Okay.
I think it's kind of an evolving thing.
It is,
Yeah.
We, Hardin County's kind of been leading the way lately with solar 1, 2, 3, everything. So everything's changed so much since our first project to now that, between Senate Bill 52 and everything that's come along, our mistake, well, maybe I shouldn't use that word, but I call them mistakes or errors or improvements, maybe that's what I should use, that have come along as the states come along with how they want to do things. So
we'd rather not be the guinea pigs for the state. We'd like to see what other people are doing and let them work out the bugs, and then see if we can get on board on it then.
Yeah, but I think you're right. It's all driven by this labor shortage issue, and so
I can see why.
Yeah,
especially this area. We got 2 or 3 in construction, yours, another one possibly behind you. So they're going to be competing for people.
Yep. Which is, it's a good problem to have, I guess.
Yeah. I think solar 1 or 2 and 3 are going to finish up hopefully this year or by next summer. So that may release some labor people in the area, I think.
Alex, you have a question?
Yes, for Kevin. So it says here that you are expecting a permit August 15th. Is that a construction permit? Is that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the permit for the whole project.
All right.
That's the one from the Ohio Sighting Board?
And we may not, it's from the Ohio Sighting Board, the OPSB.
And you said
we may not get it the 15th.
Okay.
They're holding their meeting on the 15th.
So that's like tentative for that date.
Is that in Columbus?
Yes.
I might get an invite on it. Yeah.
And for the financing, do you have an estimate on when that might be taken?
Well, that's an internal thing within the company itself.
Oh, okay.
But I expect it here within the next, I'd say 45 days or so.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Guess I didn't have anything
I
else.
think that's all I've got. Is there anything else that you'd like to
think
say
so.
before we?
No, again, really appreciate the ongoing dialogue.
In fact, the whole relationship that we've had through the process, really appreciate it.
It's been good.
Yeah, a couple of good milestones with the QEP and OPSB permit coming up. And then we'll stay in touch with any other updates, and, if you have questions that come up, anytime, reach out. I believe there'll be another project or two going through OEQDA, through the fall. I could send you a note as those go through the process, just so you have a couple of other data points.
I did get to meet Mike Bacon when we were here last. We talked through
yeah.
emails, but actually got to meet face to face with him
Okay.
last time we were here and chat for a minute. So we're still working on that issue, trying to determine exactly how does it affect the landowners that are outside of the project, the pilot abatement.
Right.
So still moving forward on that, just for your info.
It looks fairly minimum.
It
Minimum.
is very minimal.
Like
Yeah.
under $5,000 in total.
He was working on some figures in that area, but I guess he needs, till he has a footprint, a solid footprint of what it's gonna be, then he has to break down soil types.
So he's done that now.
Yeah, he's
So
done
we just
that.
got that.
I got that to him the day after we were here last.
And
So he had that, he's done that, and,
yeah, he provided us that last week, and then we took a look at the levy breakdown kind of independently as well, and we're all in the ballpark with each other, and it's a small amount.
and I saw an email chain between us and Mike either yesterday or this morning, verifying the numbers, this is what we came up with, Mike, does that look right to you? And he responded back and said yes.
Yeah, keep him on the loop.
Yeah.
So now it's just figuring out what, if anything, we do with that. I think, again, it's a pretty small amount, but to the extent there's an opportunity to just put the issue to bed, we'll pursue that.
But it was good to determine that dollar amount, I didn't know if it was gonna be hundreds of thousands of dollars or what.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be, less than 5.
Yeah.
So,
And each project's different, so.
yeah.
Good.
It was very good to see that.
Well, I would move for the adoption of resolution volume 112, page 93, to approve qualified energy project application for the Scioto Ridge Solar LLC.
Second?
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Tim?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes. Okay. One, we'll write it in, but you didn't leave us a yes or no. Can't just circle, I like to get.
Oh, he actually got yeah. Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
As soon as she does a little bit of work on there, she can give you a copy of that
All right.
resolution.
Okay, thank you, Roger. Appreciate the time.
You bet. Good luck getting things all around.
Yeah, we're gaining on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks.
We'll get you a copy. Thank you, yeah,
Thanks, Jim.
appreciate you sending information and that, and
Oh, yeah.
as we needed it and stuff, that really helped. It may have not got us to that point yet, but I think, in the future.
Sure.
Come back.
We'll keep in the loop and,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure we'll be talking shortly.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys.
Yep.
Have a great day.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
in today.
Thank you. Take care.
Yep, you too.
This was Nope, they didn't add anything to the calendar on us. Al, thanks for coming back.
Yep, no problem. You both have a wonderful day.
You're bad. Congratulations on your graduation.
Yeah, this Sunday, gonna be walking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Be here before you know it.
Yeah. Have a good one, everyone.
Yeah.
Yep, see ya. Yep. Got nothing tomorrow. That's unusual. Day with nothing on the calendar.
Do you guys have anything for, what is it Tuesday? Yeah, for Thursday, because the agendas aren't posted at all, and so it's hard to know kind of what's coming up, if you guys already have something.
We have Holly coming in from Chamber Business Alliance, and a bid opening at 10 and another bid opening at 11.
Oh, is that for the roof?
No.
Oh,
One is,
Ada?
first one is bid opening for Reed Road package plant for their sanitation system. And the second one is bid opening for a Village of Ada project, I think fire hydrant, so.
The lights.
Street light.
Street lights.
Or one fire hydrant. I thought it was.
You'll
We
find
did
out.
the street
One
lights.
fire hydrant.
Yeah, last week was traffic light, we didn't get any bids.
Oh, I thought that was, yeah.
Yeah, this one I think is fire hydrant.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. I thought they were redoing the traffic light.
Oh, not that quick.
Yeah. The one to fire hydrant, they probably won't.
They got a lot of fire hydrants at bids now, so
Oh,
should
wow.
get a bid on that.
So far, I mean, nothing past lunchtime.
No.
Okay.
No, should be done by 11:15, I would say 11:15,
Yeah.
11:30.
Well, very good.
Tori, anything else for us?
Not that I know of, Deb, anybody pop up or? Nope.
Okay.
Did you do anything exciting in your policy meeting at solid waste?
Agreed that the
I didn't.
plan is being implemented as intended. Well, we're all the same stuff again.
Yeah. I figured that.
We have a new system now. Remember, we used to, by resolution, appoint all the people that were attending, that represented Hardin County.
Yeah.
Well, now there are 4 people: commissioner, mayor of the biggest city, township representative,
Oh.
and health department representative, and they elect or appoint the other 3 representatives.
That's different.
So Hardin County had a quorum, so we were able to appoint our other people, or reappoint our people, same one we were last year. So now we don't have to do a resolution to do that.
And what's that for?
The North Central Ohio Solid Waste District Policy.
Oh, that was Monday. I was gonna go to that.
Yeah.
I
So
forgot.
you didn't miss anything exciting.
Yeah.
They didn't have a quorum for a long time. Finally got another guy there, so. Oh. Back closed.
Michelle, just to let you know about the agenda, I'm going back into those minutes, but we were supposed to be trained on the new website was the 16th, and then it got pushed back to the 26th, so, and then Deb was out. Right. So it's just, now we're waiting, because we don't have to.
Well.
Right now, we have to make the code, and, you know, and we just got trained on Friday on the new, oh yeah, it's dashboard, it's WordPress, you know, it's very easy to, very simplified, so fingers crossed.
Oh,
we'll
you're
go back
right.
to.
October 8th.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be posted
Says
24
forever
hours,
vacation.
which is helpful for me.
Oh, yes.
I don't know anything other than till I get here.
They go
That week.
You know, what's going on, so.
Sometimes we try to have.
Yeah.
I think it showed you out the
Since we
8th.
weren't supposed to
Yep.
have it
So,
on,
okay.
yesterday we had it on.
Just double checking the
I know, which is still in the
calendar.
24 hours,
Lisa wanted to go somewhere.
you know, and
I
technically,
said, I thought you were off the
If you
8th, and I
post it
thought it might,
by
I thought
paper,
it might
it
have
has
to
to
be
be
the week
accessible
before.
24 hours a day, which means you have to post it
We're both
outside
out
of
at
the law
the same
door,
time.
so, I mean, that's where it's like,
Yeah.
nobody wants to do that, but hopefully, the new website, right, that'll be a joy for every part.
We were hoping, in 2 days it would be up, you know, we were supposed to 1st of August, but I think there was some more things that needed.
Always.
So we'll go back to
Always.
the agenda being regularly posted now that we've been trained.
Yeah. Well, you think it'll be soon, but then it always gets,
I know.
there's always a glitch. And then it'll come up, and then they'll have to take it down. You know,
Yeah.
that's how technology goes, so.
Okay, Tori.